Testing. You weren't expecting that one.
I wasn't. I was getting all ready to go, it's coffee break.
We gotta do a new intro.
Yeah? What do you want to do?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's coffee break!
I guess we're workshopping that.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do. I'm kind of it's cheesy.
I don't know.
A lot of this podcast is cheesy.
We're pretty cheesy people.
We literally ate cheese.
Yeah, we literally just stood in the kitchen, opened up one of the Tupperware with cheese, and like gremlins, used our hands to rip cheese apart and then go nom 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 nom.
That's some good stuff, man.
Queso fresco? Is that what it's the...
Yeah.
It's so...
Crumbly and
good.
moist and yummy.
Oh, it's so good. It is the ultimate cheese, honestly. And I like all cheeses. There's never been a cheese I don't like.
Well, I was asked this the other day, and I've been ridiculed for it. But if I had a lifetime supply of any food, what would it be? And I said, nacho cheese. The processed stuff. Why? So I can dip my hands in it and lick it off my fingers.
Just like a little Winnie the Pooh, but with nacho cheese.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
If you like this content, please subscribe.
You can leave a comment.
Like it.
We're also on Anchor.
We're on Anchor. Both of our podcasts are on Anchor. So if you're on the go and you want to listen instead of having to watch YouTube, you can find us there.
It also works on Spotify as well.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks. Is burrito an option?
Yeah.
I would go burrito. Or chimichanga.
Go had better ideas, but I was just like, see, you just don't love nacho cheese the way I do.
It's true. You're a nacho fiend.
If I could eat nachos why don't I eat nachos every day?
I mean, I don't know. You'd think we would make nachos more often.
Why am I torturing myself like this?
Why am I not eating nachos every day?
Yeah. If I have the ability to do this, why am I not doing it?
You ever have those, like, Lunchable nachos?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
I don't like my cheese cold.
Hey, that's a big issue with Lunchables. Though people say, so someone was like, you should try microwaving, like the pizza.
Yeah, I've heard this.
I tried it. Disgusting. It was the worst thing. It way to ruin an already pretty mediocre food group.
I think the best way to eat a Lunchable pizza is to literally eat it as separate things. Never build it.
Yes. Except for the pepperoni. I don't know what happened in recent years, but their pepperoni sucks now.
It's gone downhill?
Yeah, just get cheese, honestly. So then you get more cheese.
Well, you only get like 3 pepperonis.
Yeah, three peps per pizza, and they're just not good. You can't even taste them. Like, if you taste them on their own, they're bad, but then you put them on the thing, you don't even taste them. So, yeah, just get rid of that shit.
See, when I make a pepperoni pizza, I lay on pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm doing spirals of that thing.
Hell yeah. You put it under the cheese, too.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool little technique. It helps the dough take in all the grease from the meat.
Also, then you get like little pockets of like cheese with the pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
So then if you pull the pepperoni out, you get like this chunk of cheese with it. Yums. Yum, 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 yum.
Now, we're talking about all these things that we like. What I think is overboard with the pepperoni is what Papa John's is doing right now.
What's they doing?
So they have the stuffed crust pepperoni.
Oh yeah, that's so gross.
I'm fine with the stuffed crust. It's just pepperoni also.
See, the thing is, I can only picture it being horrifically greasy.
Mm.
Because cheese in there is already a lot. Can you imagine just like this little, like, grease bomb of pepperoni shoved in there? Ugh, it just sounds like terrible.
You know, I actually do like... I'm one of those weirdos that actually likes Papa John's.
They're not awful, but they're definitely, like, not in my top 5 anywhere.
I love them. Well, their supreme pizza is just amazing. Their dough... And there are way better pizza shops, right?
Their dips are real good.
The dip is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Their chicken wings are just phenomenal. And it's because they bake them. They don't deep fry them.
Yeah.
And then they drizzle their sauce on it, and it's like gooey cum.
Give me that pizza juice.
It's called buffalo sauce. Yeah, no, I think that's way too much pepperoni. But also, like, have fallen out of love with Domino's and Pizza Hut.
We've had a lot of pizza in the last couple of weeks, and I like pizza a lot. And even I'm like, okay, like we're done with the pizza.
Well, we got one out here where we live called Barrows.
It's the best.
Even 3 days old, it's still immaculate.
It's so good. Their cheesy bread, delicious. Oh.
They got a buffalo chicken pizza.
Yes.
And we all know what this is. And many people have tried to make it, and they just don't make it the way this Barrows makes it.
They don't. And I think other people's problem is they'll just like put the buffalo on after.
Mm-hmm.
Almost to the point where you can't even taste it. Like if you get like Domino's, I can't taste it on Domino's.
No. But what they do is they use the buffalo sauce as the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And then a ton of cheese.
Yes. It's delicious. It is amazing. It's perfect.
So we got a lot of trailers this week. Nothing big happened except for Disney.
Yeah. And especially a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Oh yeah. So much stuff that I didn't even know about some of these projects.
Yeah.
I gotta stop. This is the segment of Okay, so Disney's live-action Pinocchio. It's a teaser. It's like 20 seconds long.
It's barely anything.
You can see a CGI Pinocchio. You see a weird Jiminy Cricket, and then the blue fairy shows up, and she just looks horrible.
I would have wanted.
Oh, and Geppetto.
Oh, I would have wanted like a lot more hair from the blue fairy. Like, give me box braids, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Something about the blue fairy just feels like someone who has opulence and like a really extravagant hairstyle. So I don't know.
Didn't she have that in the cartoon, the Disney original?
No, I think she just had like you know Cinderella's hair when it's down in her bun thing she's got going on. It's like that, but extra blonde.
Well, Walt knew how to draw him one way.
Yes.
White and blonde.
Yes. that same face. Unless you're villain, then you're ugly.
Yeah. Well, his first one was Snow White, and she's not blonde.
She's not. But that's part of the character. Like if you read one of the versions of the old versions of Snow White.
What's the original name?
I don't remember.
Her name's Snowdrop.
Oh, the thing is, her mother, when she's pregnant, she's sitting there sewing something, looking at like the snowy field because it's snowing, and she pricks her finger and she's like, "Wow, that's beautiful, pure white snow next to the pure black of the trees, and a hint of red from my blood. Beautiful combo. I hope my daughter's as beautiful as that. That love made Snowdrop as beautiful as possible by giving her snow white skin, pure black hair, and her cheeks red like blood, or
her
whatever.
Lips.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like Pinocchio.
I don't either.
I never liked it as a kid.
I didn't watch the cartoon much. Did you ever see the like horrifying live action one?
No, I avoided that one.
That's the one. I watched this one multiple times, and that was bad because
It's the Italian one, right?
Yeah, it's scary. It's a nightmare.
Because Pinocchio is live action.
Yes, he's live action, but he's a puppet. Like
He is a puppet.
Like it's puppetry, like a Muppet almost. But like wood. It's like actually a little puppet boy, which is very impressive, I will admit. But it's just creepy. It's when the kids get turned into donkeys because like it's live action and it looks too real.
Have you ever seen Puppet Master?
Puppet Master?
Am I thinking of the right movie? It's a campy horror franchise of these little puppets that like kill people.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, they are terrifying.
Puppets can be creepy.
Yeah, it's one of those weird films that I just found on Netflix, early day Netflix.
Yeah.
When they had a lot of the weird stuff, and it just freaked me out, and it's so campy. When I watch campy films, I get sick. I get nauseous. I can't watch The Terminator. It's so campy, it actually made me almost throw up.
Really?
Yeah, I can watch all the other Terminators, but the first one I cannot watch.
It can be hard to swallow.
It
honestly.
can. And, yeah. puppets in a campy film. They can get really creepy.
So I don't like Pinocchio. My fondest memory of Pinocchio was playing Kingdom Hearts, the first one, and I was stuck in the worst level, Monstro. And it's terrible. It's a small level that just has you running around in a circle for like 900 hours, and I was pissed off. And so my sister found like the Wikipedia article or something and just read to me the exact, like, she just read the story to me, like the bullet point version of it, of the original Pinocchio. And I was like, wow, the original's like actually really intense and sad.
You have to go through the blowhole, right?
I don't remember.
Okay.
There was something going
on. See, I did it again.
I'm just umming.
That's the end of the section.
Sometimes I feel bad about it. How much I and especially when I'm trying to like read.
It's exactly like using like.
I feel like is a better buffer, because it's such an ugly noise.
You sound unintelligent.
While like can be just, it's a word, and if you use it irregularly enough, it's not a problem. It's when like people will like put like
Whoa.
in like every sentence.
When I'm a millennial, and so are you.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in high school, the girls always had a big problem with saying like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this.
Like and it was always like
Yeah. The combo.
Yep.
Welcome to the segment of the show. Okay, Witcher season 3 is filming.
We never watched the second season.
You know, it's weird, because some people at work were talking about The Witcher, right? Because when it came out, 2019? 2018?
It was 2019. Yeah, I remember that. At the very end of 2019.
Everyone watched it.
Yes.
Then it took them forever to do the second season.
Yes.
I know we had some complications, and Henry Cavill got hurt.
Yep, a lot of things.
And then it came out, and no one talked about it.
And I think it's a problem of, it's definitely a thing where people will be like, well, like you and me, we might register, yes, I really liked the first season. We also registered, there was so many names and lore and important details that you would have to go back and rewatch it. And suddenly, rewatching season 1 kind of feels like a chore.
It does.
And yeah, we could dive into season 2, but we might be lost on some stuff. And also, it looks like they went in a different direction.
Yeah, they're telling a more linear story this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be about him taking that princess back to his home village or whatever.
So she can...
Well, he lives in a castle. He's from a castle.
Yeah.
And he trains her to be a witcher.
Well, like, here's the thing. I don't even remember her name, which is, like, that's going to be important to remember. If I can't remember her name, there's going to be a lot more important shit that I can't remember.
I only remember 3 names. Gerald.
Yeah.
Yennefer.
Yes.
And Roach.
Yes, those are the only important characters, especially Roach.
Do you think the bard would be a little more interesting?
I remember his nickname is Dandelion, but that's not his real name.
He called him Dandelion.
Yeah, well, that's his nickname. I don't remember. He was a fun character, though. I wanted more of Dandelion.
So I'm curious if people are excited for season 3 of The Witcher. I don't even know if Henry Cavill's going to be in it.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because he was so uncertain of staying, and Netflix was like, we have 7 seasons. Like,
yeah, we'll see about that.
I don't even know if Netflix will be around in 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Netflix, I see Stranger Things is popping back up again.
Yeah.
And hate to break it to you guys, I don't care.
We don't watch. We don't watch it. Sorry.
I shouldn't attack at all. I know a lot of fans are out there. What happened to me with Stranger Things was, God, there it is again. Was that everyone was watching it. It blew up overnight, right?
Yes.
Huge success. And then at school, they started showing us the packet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Is that a packet?
I don't... the like weird plant monster thing or whatever.
No. So it's called Tomahawk before they changed the name to Stranger Things. But it's basically this book. Before you put anything into production, any real pre-production, you're basically telling what the story's going to be, why you're having these colors, what these characters are.
It is a huge, gigantic deep dive into everything, like themes.
Yeah.
They will list like actors that they want, actors and actresses, and it'll be like 1 to 5 different people sometimes.
Yep.
And yeah, it's really, really intense. There it is again.
Choice of music.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really immersive deep dive into what the whole project will be. I cannot think of the technical term for it.
Yeah, packet is the only thing I can think
Yeah,
of.
but they're not packets. When they're done, they're like the size of books.
Yeah, they're huge.
And you can go through them for hours.
Some people call them Bibles, but that's more for animation. I've seen is that kind of thing will be referred to as the Bible.
You would treat it like a Bible.
Yes.
You'd throw it at people and yell at them for not doing it.
No.
Just kidding. Yeah, so Stranger Things, sorry. I just don't care. When things get too popular, like Game of Thrones, I actually avoided Game of Thrones for years.
See, that is the problem with, like, certain things, like, even things that I sit there and look at and think, that does look genuinely interesting and cool, I don't want to engage with it, because the fan base is so rabid that it annoys me.
And
like,
this happened to us on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah. It's fans become fanatic too easily. Like there's a show on Disney, it's a cartoon called The Owl House. And I look at it and I'm like, that looks, neat. I might be interested. But the fans are so rabid about it. It was the same thing with She-Ra. Like I wanted to watch it and then everyone just kept going like bananas over it. And it really just deterred me from engaging because it's too much.
See, yeah, I know a person who saw Spider-Man No Way Home 3 times in theater. 1 would have been just enough. And, the fans did deter me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a big issue there. But it's also a casting issue because Tom Holland's a piece of shit.
I think our but millennials and Gen Z, I think, have a problem with hyperfixations.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever they're fans of, they can like dive completely into. They can binge the entire show in one night. There's fan wikis and articles and newspapers and even fan-made videos and whatever. And so it's so easy to hyperfixate and surround yourself with things nowadays that it gets to the point where they don't realize how they're becoming unsociable towards people who aren't in that hyperfixation.
I missed Lawnmower Guy.
Yeah.
He was an interesting cast member to have.
Yes.
But yes, when you get too obsessive, you start to push people away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just name this podcast the podcast of
We're working on it. We're all human.
I'm all over the place in here. Okay. Honey Boo Boo. Alana?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should have a good, decent idea of what Honey Boo Boo is.
Yeah, that name alone. Honey Boo Boo. You can't, there's no like, oh, which one? There's only the one.
Yes, there is only one. Alana. She began in beauty pageants as a toddler.
Yeah, and toddlers and tiaras.
Yep, and her mom and her just got famous enough that they made their own show.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Honey Boo Boo.
Not for any good reason.
Oh no, it's really ridiculed the family.
Yeah, they are trailer park trash.
They are, and I loved that show. And people, yep, see, this is the bullshit that I have to deal with the things that I love. That show was so disturbing. I loved it.
It's like, I watched Hoarders for a while, but eventually got to the point where it just sickened me. And I can't, like, even seeing, like, hordes nowadays, I'm just like, I can't watch anymore.
And yeah, Mama June brings that to you.
Mm-hmm. She's like a hoarder human.
Yeah, she's a really piece of shit. The show got canceled because Mama June was doing something dumb.
Drugs?
No, not that one.
Oh.
She was letting this guy in that supposedly attacked one of the girls. It's horrible.
Yeah.
TLC was like, fuck you, we're done. Later on, she got rid of him, and then they did a new show.
Yeah.
Mama June, Hot or Not.
Yeah.
There, she loses a ton of weight. We still are with Honey Boo Boo. And we're watching her grow up, right?
She loses a ton of weight by getting liposuction.
Yes. She still looks horrible.
She does. She has a disgusting face.
The show almost got canceled. I'm surprised it didn't, because when we left it in season 3, she had just got arrested for smoking crack.
Yeah.
And got caught while driving with crack.
Yeah. So I thought that was the end of them.
With her trash boyfriend.
I thought it was going to be, Pumpkin, Honey Boo Boo's sister. Thought she was going to take over as, like, whatever TLC makes their show about next.
Yeah, I did too. Apparently the show's not over.
Yeah, we found this out today.
I've been missing 2 seasons of this.
Oh no. Aw, dang.
Do you remember what I said? Whenever you have a chance to look at the world or view the world through another person's eyes, you should take that opportunity.
When have you ever said that?
I've said it on this podcast. I've told you it multiple times.
I've heard that before.
I'm glad she listens.
But not from you, I don't think.
I have said it.
Well, it's just, I remember.
Anyways, I like to take that opportunity and just look at this family.
Sure, we can watch it.
Now, why are we talking about Honey Boo Boo? Alana is 16 years old and is now going to a junior college, which is interesting. It made me realize how old I am.
Yeah, she's toddlers in tiaras. She was like 4 or 5 or some shit. And now she's 16.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I've had the opportunity to watch her grow up a little bit through the shows. I thought it was a cool thing, and congratulations to her.
But it's an interesting college she's going to.
Oh, I didn't bring that up. She's going to military college.
Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Definitely not me. This is not the timeline I was expecting.
Well, I'm kind of glad for her that she's going in the opposite direction of her mom. Which any direction would have been the opposite one.
Also, I hope this will lead to a healthier lifestyle for her. Watching the show, both her mother and then her dad and her stepmom, they're all eat whatever you want. Something they say is fat is beautiful. And while I'm there's no reason to fat shame someone. Whatever body type is best for you, but also you should be a healthy body type that's best for you.
Her dad, Sugar Bear?
Yeah.
I know they all got dumb names.
Yes.
They're southern white trash. I mean, what do you expect?
Yep.
If you know anyone like that, sorry. There it is again.
Stop pointing it out. We won't notice.
No, now I just know it.
Well, what about Sugar Bear?
He's got a type.
He does.
And he likes the thick ones.
Morbidly obese is his type. Which,
he's not even a bad guy.
No, whatever your kink is, good for you. Lots of people love heavier set women or heavier set men. Good for you.
I can't be the only one who has a guilty pleasure in watching TLC shows.
God, no. Oh my God.
Welcome to Plathville?
What Not to Wear?
I can't stand that one.
That was my big one. Say Yes to the Dress was another big one.
Cake Boss. Is that TLC?
Cake Boss? Yeah, that's TLC.
And they're all owned by Discovery.
Yeah. Plathville enrages me. I can't watch that one. It just makes me mad. I'm glad you enjoy it. No, I like the stupid, this rich bitch wants a cupcake dress and she's willing to pay $500 billion on it. And I'm just like, fuck you. The cheapest dress I've ever seen on Say Yes to the Dress was $3,000.
Damn.
And I was like, that's more than I've ever had in my bank account. For a dress I would wear for one day? Fuck you.
What else does TLC have? If you guys have any guilty pleasures, why don't you put them down below?
Yeah, what's your guilty pleasure show?
I'm not really going to judge you unless it's really weird.
My guilty pleasure? Monster High.
Ugh.
That's my guilty pleasure.
I can't believe you make me watch those reviews.
I didn't. I have never done one on Monster High. I've done a few on Ever After High.
The other.
That's not
same company.
It is. It's Mattel, but that's not a guilty pleasure. That is totally a cool show. Monster High.
You know what's funny is, God, 10 years ago, I remember putting those dolls on the shelves for Christmas time.
They're cool.
And I was just looking at them and I was like, who's dumb enough to buy into this one?
Me. I have one. I got Mouse-80s.
Yep.
Daughter of the Rat King.
She's really in here.
She's sitting next to my Madeline Hatter doll. They're making a reboot this year, too. Apparently.
Why?
Bring life back to the series? Franchise? Make money? Mattel's drowning?
You have Barbie. They're making a Barbie movie.
I mean, yeah, but they need more.
I'm a Barbie girl.
If they don't,
Barbie world.
if they don't have that song somewhere in the movie, whether the original or like a cover, if they don't have that somewhere there, I'm gonna be livid.
I would love to see Aqua sue me for that.
I'd love to see Aqua in the movie, just them.
Let's go Barbie.
Party, let's go.
There's another guilty pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Aqua.
Aqua.
The band that made Barbie Girl.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
So good.
Roses Are Red.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They got more good songs, guys.
It's not just Barbie Girl. It's
Listen to it when you're working out.
I used to.
I put it in my playlist. And yeah, like it makes me walk faster.
Mm-hmm. It's got some really good beats.
Mm-hmm.
Aqua's just an older European electronica group.
Cute, bouncy, bubbly songs. If you listen to more than 5 at a time, they might all start to sound the same, but...
Well, I just really like the first album. The second album was trash. And I think they're having some resurgence recently. I don't know why.
Good for them. Go Aqua. Make it work.
Okay. I'm gonna destroy myself.
Just take the
So,
word.
Mandalorian Season 3 is coming out next year.
Yeah.
We saw some footage.
Was that footage or was that old footage? It's hard to tell. I don't think we saw new footage. I don't think they revealed any new footage. I think that was just old footage.
That sucks.
It was hard to tell because there's just some IGN bitch sitting there being like, let me recount what the footage was for you. And it's like, just show it to me.
And they're showing us scenes from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited. I wonder how they're going to tie this into Boba Fett.
Yeah, and make it make sense.
Yes, for those who did not watch Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much more story you could tell, but apparently to Dave Favreau, he's already working on Season 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how many seasons. I really like The Mandalorian. I think he's fun and charming and adorable, and it's
He's a snack.
And he's a snack. And the thing is, like, as fun as it is, I don't know how long we could drag the story on for. I think 4 seasons would be the limit. I don't know what else. There's only so much of seeing Space Dad and Space Baby do space adventures that you could really do before it starts to get tired.
There was only supposed to be 2 seasons.
You can tell.
And they were supposed to kill off the Mandalorian, Mando, at the end of Season 2.
I'm glad they didn't.
And then they decided to pull a Luke.
And then they decided to pull, let's keep making money.
Yeah. Which, it's not broke, don't fix.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Fallen Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
No. Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, the video game.
That was a game that came out 2019?
Something?
2018?
A lot of things happened in 2019.
It was a cool game, but they announced the sequel, Jedi Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
We only see a pre-rendered thing of it.
Yes.
It looks even better than the first one.
It does, but I don't know if the PS5 will actually be able to run something. Like, yeah, I'm sure it'll look great, but...
Why do you doubt?
I don't know.
You underestimate my powers?
Yes. I have a healthy amount of skepticism.
I'm excited for that, but that's not going to be till next year also.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's... Something happened here where...
Star Wars playing the long game.
Lucas just kind of revealed a ton of stuff. And I get it. It's because of Obi-Wan.
Yeah, they're trying to because Obi-Wan did very good. and they're trying to bank off of this hype.
Well, Obi-Wan hadn't come out yet.
Didn't this all happen right this week, though?
This is all this week, but it was all for the premiere of Obi-Wan. Where else? Oh, there's talks of episode 10.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I
had heard this through a rumor mill. Meal.
A rumor mule.
Ever since episode 9 had been released. Sorry, I'm yawning.
The worst now. Yeah, it's easy to yawn when you're talking about episode 9.
Episode 9 is horrible. I don't agree with it.
It's really stupid. They've botched every single plot thread. Botched to hell.
There's only 2 things that I actually like about it.
What 2 things?
Oh. We have to reveal now?
We can wait.
No, I'm just kidding. They got the guy who played Palpatine in the prequel trilogy to come back to play Palpatine.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I don't agree with Palpatine being back.
Yeah.
It's so half-assed. But I think it's cool that at least you got the actor. The other thing is we finally see Exegol, which is the planet, the Sith planet.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess.
But they didn't show us enough of it.
Yeah, I don't like any of it. I think it's bad. I also hate her like piss saber. What an ugly color for a lightsaber. It's so dumb.
Also, why does she take their name?
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb.
I understand Palpatine's a bad name to have.
Well, you don't just gonna take Luke's. Luke didn't even like you by the end of it.
No.
He spent his entire time hating you and avoiding her. Whatever.
I don't think there could be an episode 10. I don't think there should be an episode 10. I think if you're going to continue the story of Rey, call it something different.
Well, here's the thing. Don't do the story of Rey. Oh, please, for the love of God. There's no coming back from this. But here's... Okay, so the original 3 came out in, what, the 70s? 80s?
79 is New Hope.
Okay. And then the prequel trilogy came out in 2000s?
Episode 1 is 1999?
Okay. And then the sequel trilogy came out in...
The 10s.
Yeah. You need time. You just need some time to sit with this and think about it.
You need a different CEO.
Yes.
Kathleen Kennedy. I think I've talked a lot about how much I dislike Kathleen Kennedy.
It's easy to dislike her.
And I think the real CEO should be Dave Filoni.
Mm-hmm.
He is the prodigy of Lucas, George Lucas. He's the one who's pushing these stories further.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a question about Star Wars, you just go to that guy. He's gonna tell you. He loved it so much, and George showing him what he had built, you could tell he took that and started building off of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's created one of the most beloved characters for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which is Ahsoka.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't think we should do an episode 10 anytime soon. I think we need time with it.
Yeah, I think we do too.
Was that all the Star Wars stuff they got? No, it wasn't even.
No. So Star Wars Visions, what do you call it? Anthology series?
Yeah, the animated ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of them were good. We didn't watch all of them.
We didn't, for some reason.
I know a lot of people have found one that they like and they just stick with that one. But it's coming back for a season 2, which is kind of cool.
Nice. It was cool, the animation. The one I liked the best was, I think it was called Twins. It was the one where the point twin was Neil Patrick Harris. He barely said anything, so it didn't really matter. But it was animated by Studio Trigger, which is a phenomenal animation studio. And I love
Studio
it.
Trigger?
They do things like their Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia. You've not seen either of these, so it's lost on you.
Yeah.
They do really, really good, high-intensity fight scenes. And we watched the episodes, so you've seen some of their animation.
Okay.
It's good. I liked it a lot.
Andor, which is a character from...
Yeah.
Okay.
Rogue One?
Rogue One. He's the captain. He also dies in that movie. This is a prequel about him and his rebellion against the Empire, which...
I did not like Rogue One.
Dude, you know what my biggest issue with Rogue One is?
Hmm.
It supports terrorism.
It really does. It does not do a good enough job portraying the bad guys as bad. It just shows them as, like, doing their jobs and whatever. Like, if you're gonna do the Empire, like, go hard on it. Like, really lean into tyrannical. So then the
But
heroes...
they're not.
But, well, you're one of those people. Barney Stinson.
They're the good guys.
Rooting for the villains during the whole movie.
The galaxy is divided. There's war, massive war throughout, right? The CIS versus the Jedis and the clones. Palpatine finds a way to seize the Senate and usher in an emergency use of powers to form an intergalactic empire. Therefore, bringing them all together under one umbrella, using the stormtroopers. And there's an argument whether the clone troopers and stormtroopers are the same. I think they're not. I think he killed off the clones because he knew there'd be too much of a problem, and that the stormtroopers are actually just humans.
Was that not the whole point of the Clone Wars?
No.
No?
No.
Fake fan. Sorry.
The point of the Clone Wars, the way we see it, right, is the clones and the Jedi trying to take over these other planets, right?
Mm-hmm.
To bring them peace away from the CSI, which is a confederation.
Can I say my favorite part about the Clone Wars?
Sure.
It's the little droid dudes who say they're Roger, Roger. They're my favorite. I love them. They're the best.
I'm so disappointed.
I like droids. The droids are my favorite part.
Anyways, it's a cool move because Palpatine is aware of what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And once he gains that power to become the Emperor, he flips it and takes out the Jedi, who have already made an expansion across the galaxy. And now he gets all those planets.
I feel like we've deviated from the original point.
Of how awesome the Empire is?
No.
Also, favorite moment of Rogue One is when those terrorists get what's coming to them.
My favorite moment of Rogue One
I'm talking about Darth Vader.
Damn, I don't remember the actor's name. He was blind, and he used the Force to see, or basically...
Donnie Yen?
Yeah! Yeah! He was the best part, without a doubt. 100% best part of the movie.
He was fun.
They didn't even have good droids in that movie. That's how bad Rogue One was.
There's a droid in there.
Not a good droid.
Okay.
I request high tier droids in my Star Wars.
So Andor trailer didn't show us too much. It was very musical.
Yeah, it felt very samey. It, very typical. Like, imagine a typical war trailer, but the war is in space. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. I don't even know if I'll watch it. It comes out in August. When is Ahsoka?
I don't know. There's no announcements for it yet. This one's a series, isn't it?
There were. I just didn't write it down. Yeah, Ahsoka's a series.
No, it's what is it called? Andor?
Yeah, Andor. That's his name.
Is this a series too?
Yes.
So many series coming out.
They dropped a ton on us.
Bananas. I mean, it's doing good for them so far. So.
Sorry I didn't write down Ahsoka. Sorry, guys.
We'll circle back to it next time. Sorry.
Well, they also didn't talk about the Acolyte, which... Why? I wanted that.
This is the one thing everyone wants, and so Kathleen Kennedy, with all her wisdom, is not going to do it, because she's stupid.
She's going to sit on it like a fat sow.
Was that the end of the Star Wars stuff?
No.
No?
No. Tales of the Jedi.
Oh.
Didn't you tell me you wanted to see a young Qui-Gon being trained by Dooku?
I do. Yes.
Well, here we go.
I'm sorry, there was just so much. I was like, this is the end of it, right? Surely.
So, it's called Tales of the Jedi. It will have 6 episodes, 3 focusing on Ahsoka and 3 focusing on Dooku. Ahsoka's will be her childhood, the time she's with Anakin, and fighting an Inquisitor after the Order 66.
Nice.
Dooku's episodes will feature Qui-Gon Jinn.
Nice. Yeah.
A younger Qui-Gon will be played by Liam Neeson's son, Michael.
Cool.
And then the adult Qui-Gon we'll see later will be Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Yeah.
And can't say much, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see him very soon.
Fingers crossed. I want to see it. Qui-Gon is just a fascinating character to me.
It's weird how the Council of Jedi are so intimidated by him.
It's weird. Qui-Gon, he interests me because he's almost like overzealous when it comes to the Force and, you know, whatever, the Jedi and what they do and the things like that. Like, people are into these rules and they abide by them. But Qui-Gon's the type of guy who, like, went above and beyond with it.
Yep.
And takes it all really seriously and really literally. Almost like to, like a religious extent.
It is a religion.
And he's a fascinating look at that type of... And you can see that he passed that concept down to Obi-Wan, who, well, never as overzealous as Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Obi was still very much more proper than others around him.
You can see this in Qui-Gon when he's messing around with Guido, who's the blue flying guy who's enslaved Anakin and Shmi, his mom.
Her name was Shmi?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Her name was Shmi?
Shmi.
It was... No, you're lying to me. That can't be her name.
Am I mixing up Shmi with Shmi?
Shmi was, Captain Hook's toady. What was it he says in Hook?
I'm gonna kill myself now, Shmi. Don't you stop me. Don't you stop me, Shmi. I'm gonna shoot myself in the head, Shmi. Help me, please.
Help me. I'm gonna do it. Help me. You, like, quoted that out of nowhere the other day and it cracked me up.
It's a funny scene. Because he's like, I'm gonna kill myself. Don't stop me. Stop me now.
Stop me, Shmi. Do it something. That's Dustin Hoffman, right?
That's Hook, yeah.
1,000,000 out of 10. That's his second best performance ever.
Is Rain Man your first one?
No. Tootsie is.
I know.
Tootsie's,
I knew it was Tootsie.
Tootsie's so good.
Tootsie's just it's a movie that was way ahead of its time.
It was. Charming. Lovely. Wholesome.
And not as creepy as Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, Mrs. Doubtfire is bad.
Which is pretty funny because Robin Williams plays Peter Pan in Hook.
It was full circle.
Yeah. And we did it. We built another circle.
We did it. We do that.
Yeah.
You guys are smart. You should be very impressed with us.
I'm excited for Tales of the Jedi. It's going to be animated.
Hell yeah. Who's animating it?
I don't know.
Okay. Fingers crossed.
LucasArts?
Trigger Studios. Fingers crossed. Trigger version Count Dooku. Could you imagine? Ugh. He'd be so stretchy and wacky. They got really stretchy physics.
Okay. Taika Waititi is planning to make a Star Wars movie. I forgot about this because it was announced in 2020.
Yeah.
Hard to remember some of those things.
And then everything caught on fire.
And it's still on fire today.
Look at all these fires.
We didn't start
the fire. Have you heard the updated version of that? Someone made an updated version to accommodate like the 90s to today.
Oh.
It's the same beat, but they added like new lyrics for everything. It's good. It's really good.
Was Billy Joel okay with it?
I don't know. Probably. Billy Joel loves history. That's why he made the song in the first place.
Did you know there was a time in his career where he was making totally different music?
Yes. I like Billy Joel.
I think it's weird, because I'm like, Piano Man? And they're like, no, there was like a totally different genre he was working on.
Yeah, he was doing some weird stuff. We kind of played with, like, genre and, you know, did whatever he wanted to do.
Dude, I used to love Piano Man. I can't do it anymore.
Play us a song, You're the Piano Man.
Yeah.
It's fine. I definitely think, you know, In the Longest Time is a better song. Uptown Girl, also a better song in general.
A lot of those classic 80s songs, I burnt myself out.
So that's the thing. It's when you're working at a grocery store or a retail and they play the same songs over and over. I used to like the song I Would Walk 500 Miles from the Proclaimers.
Mm-hmm.
I used to really like that song. Ruined. After hearing it every single day for a year, no. You get really sick of that song real quick. And all of them. The worst was Halloween, because Halloween only has like 5 Halloween songs. So they would just play like the same 5 songs every single fucking day. And I was like, if I hear Thriller one more time, I'm gonna catch the fabric section on fire.
Why is Thriller considered a Halloween song?
I don't know.
I get it that there's zombies in the music video, but zombies are an everyday occurrence now.
Why was One-Eyed, One-Horned, Flying Purple People Eater a fucking Halloween song? They played that one, and it's bad.
Monster Mash?
Oh, it was... Because that's the thing, it's bad.
You know, the Monster Mash sounds like the B-52s got stoned.
Yes.
More than they usually are.
The best song I could think of for Halloween is Starbomb's Castlevania song from their first album.
Mine would be Hunter's Moon.
That's a good one, too.
It is technically a Halloween song because it's for the movie Halloween.
How did we get here? We were on Taika Waititi. What happened to us?
Taika Waititi is supposed to make a Star Wars movie. It will be released late 2023. But this is Kathleen Kennedy just talking out of her ass.
What kind of Star Wars movie?
I don't know, but I'm really excited because everything he's been doing is just whack.
Yes, and phenomenal. Whack and phenomenal. Our Flag Means Death is so good.
He's really good in that one.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta stop bringing it up.
I can't. How can't I? It's really good.
Hey, guys, at the end of this year, she's gonna bring it up. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now.
Probably. Yes.
And Peacemaker.
Yes. I'm making a list.
And Winning Times.
Mm-hmm. That's another really good one. I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna make a top 10 list. I haven't done this in 4 years. 2019 was the last time I did it.
Okay, the last Lucas thing.
One more.
There is a teaser for Willow, the television series.
This is Lucasfilms too?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot. I forgot.
Okay.
I knew it was George, but I forgot.
let me just paint this really clear. What is Willow very similar to?
Star Wars.
And
super similar.
They have very similar plots and threads, like evil empire and magic, right?
Yeah.
The unsuspecting hero.
I forget.
Willow versus Luke.
Willow's a weird one from my childhood. That just it didn't feel like even real, honestly, at times.
I remember my dad was like, "You need to come here and watch this on TV," and they're like, "For the first time since its release, we're gonna televise this."
Wow.
Because we're still using VHSs at this time, right?
Mm-hmm.
DVDs were just coming around.
Did Willow ever come out on DVD?
Yes.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can find it on VHS, but they were like, no, we're going to release it widely to the public.
Yeah, I had a VHS of it.
And so I sat down and watched it. It's weird, especially when you're a kid and you're trying to understand the world.
It's a little much for a kid. Like, I had a hard time paying attention, I would say.
It's a long, convoluted story.
Mm-hmm.
I love the film, but it's only until when Mortimer and Willow get stuck in that castle and the bad guys are trying to kill them, and the trolls are coming up to get Willow. And Willow zaps, if you guys haven't seen it, I mean, you're like 40 years too late.
Yeah.
I'm not even that old. And he zaps it with his wand because he's trying to learn magic, and it turns into this, like, giant turd thing.
Yeah, this horrifying monster.
Well, you're not too sure, and it's like trying to hatch out of it.
Yeah.
And Willow just kicks it off this bridge.
It looks like something out of Psycho Gorman, honestly.
And it falls into the water, and you see it like boiling. The water's boiling, and then all of a sudden, these 3 like dragon heads pop out. And they're stop motion, and they're eating people. It's awesome.
It's so cool. It's a good movie.
And that moment right there, I was like, This is a cool movie.
It's fun. It's charming. All the characters are easy to love.
Yep, the bad guys are scary.
Val Kilmer does a really good job.
Yeah, he's Mortimer.
That's not his name.
Oh my god.
What is his name? What's his damn name? If you know it, leave it in the comments. We suck. We'll call him Mortimer for now, but that's definitely not it.
Anyway, so we saw a teaser for the sequel, which is also called Willow.
Which is going to be another series.
Yes.
Again, it's all series.
Which comes out this November.
First of all, up front, honest. I am incredibly disappointed in the lack of brownies in this trailer.
There's some Indian people in there.
No. I wanted the brownies. I like the brownies. They're fun.
Do you want to explain what a brownie is?
A brownie, it's a bit like, it's hard. Okay, so it's a fey creature. A brownie is a part of folklore and mythology. It is similar to a fairy or a gnome, a sprite, gremlin, things like that. There's lots of different words. A brownie is a type of fey. Small folk, like 3 inches tall. If you've seen Arietti, that's a good example of a brownie, basically.
They also come in the size of Girl Scouts.
Yep.
No, the brownies that he created, they're assholes.
Yeah, they are. That's what made them the best characters. They're assholes who like getting drunk, also.
Yep.
I expected to see more brownies, and I did not see nearly enough. So
he was talking to them.
But more. But more brownies.
Did you notice how powerful Willow has become?
Mm-hmm. He's got his own staff and everything.
Well, when he touches the staff, it lights up.
So it looks fun already. It's hard to... Flash is in it. From, the Flash from the Tom
Flash
Holland...
Gordon?
From the Tom Holland...
Savior of the Universe?
Flash...
Savior of the Universe?
From Spider-Man's, Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Flash. Flash.
Did I ever tell you I met that actor?
Which one?
Flash Gordon's actor, Sam.
Really? What's he like?
He's just a nice guy.
He seems like it.
He really is.
He's like a giant teddy bear of a person.
Like, the way you see him in Ted was really what he is. Aww. I don't know about the cocaine. He seemed fine to me.
Where'd you see him?
At Comic-Con.
Oh, that makes sense.
I was like... No, it was a different time. I used to go yearly. But yeah, same convention where I saw Jason Momoa.
Nice.
I had a chance to meet Froggy from Daredevil. But his line was too long, so I was like, nah.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh well.
Well, I think that has the convention happened yet this year?
No.
No?
No, it should be soon.
Do you want to go? We'll see. We'll check. We'll look into it. What the fuck were we talking about?
Willow.
What's your thoughts on the trailer?
It looks cool. It wasn't enough for me to understand what's going on. I think that young girl who's asking Willow to help is...
What's her name? The princess? The princess.
I can't remember her name.
All of them. They're all gone. It's Mortimer. And let's call her Betty.
Princess Betty and Mortimer.
Follow Willow and his willowing.
They follow Willow the Peck.
And then there's brownies.
If you haven't seen Willow and you like fantasies, then what are you doing?
Yeah, it's child friendly. It's very cute. Very fun. Val Kilmer is top tier hot in this movie. Funny, fun adventure, magic galore. What's not to love in the long run?
The bad guys are scary.
It is. They are. I remember that really stuck with me. The bad guys in the end. I liked it. I thought the trailer looked neat. I hope they keep it fun, because that was something with Willow, is that it had a very overwhelming sense of fun. It was a jocular film, and I hope they don't go too serious with it.
You're just on this crazy adventure where they're trying to destroy the evil queen.
Yeah.
And bring peace to their land, and Bring back the princess so she can grow up.
Hijinks ensue. It's like D&D. It's just a D&D adventure, honestly.
So here's our segment, Box Office Trolls.
Yes, which I was supposed to make a graphic for, but I forgot, because sorry. I forgot.
So number 1 this week, it's actually remarkable how big this one was.
Really?
Top Gun Maverick.
Really?
People are loving it that much. They're already talking about Top Gun 3.
The only thing I've seen anyone say, and it's not just like a small group of people, this is like a lot. The only thing I've heard anyone say anything about is how hot Goose's kid is.
Oh. Miles Teller?
I don't know the actor's name.
He played Mr. Fantastic in Fantastic.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. Whiplash.
Apparently he's ripped as fuck, shredded like cheese, just carved abs, and everyone's like thirsting over him. And I'm like, okay.
I still want to watch it just because I dealt with the first one.
Yeah, sure.
But this is Tom Cruise's biggest opening.
Ever.
It's
bananas.
He's never broken over 100,000. And Top Gun brought in 126.7 thousand.
Something.
Why?
700,000? 126.700,000.
That's saying million.
Wow. 126, 700, 000.
That's a lot of money.
That's gotta be. Maybe this one's good. The first one was so bad it has to go up, right?
It's interesting that they got Tom to come back.
Oh, I bet. This is like one of his most revered roles ever.
I don't know why.
It's this one, and it's not. People don't really care about him's performance, but the what's the one he did when he was like really young?
Oh, Risky Business?
Yeah, Risky Business. The thing where he slides in and he sings along to the song in like the striped shirt and his underwear.
Never seen that one.
Yes, we did. We watched it together. You don't remember? Maybe you fell asleep. It wasn't that great.
Because every time I think of it, I think of Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Number 2 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Finally toppled thanks to Tom Cruise.
Bringing in 15 million?
Yep.
For a total of 370 million. How is Top Gun coming in with these numbers?
Star power, rose-tinted glasses, hot boys.
Number 3, God, where you're dropping. Bob's Burgers, the movie.
Again, we don't watch this. Sorry.
At 12 million. This was his first week. But look at Top Gun.
Blown away by Top Gun.
I'm just amazed that so many people wanted this. Downton Abbey at number 4.
Ugh.
At 5 million. For a total of 28.32 million.
What's her name? The actress who plays McGonagall. Maggie Smith?
Yeah.
Isn't she in Downton Abbey?
I think she's in Downton Abbey, but this is the new era.
She's not in this? She is literally the only reason I would want to watch it. She is a treasure. I love her. She's sweet.
The Bad Guys is number 5 at 4 million. For a total of 81 million. But still, Top Gun's killing you. And you've been in there for 6 weeks. Okay, number 6. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Finally, starting to go down the list.
2 million for a total of 56 million. It's been in the theaters for 10 weeks.
It's a massive hit. We have to watch it once it reaches streaming.
Yeah.
Or rent it from Redbox, whatever comes first.
A24 is always a iffy thing.
You know what I found out today? I didn't even realize this, and I feel stupid. Moon Knight. Not La La Land. Moonlight.
Hard to get them confused.
That's also A24.
Is it?
Yeah, I found that out today. I was like, whoa, we should check that one out.
I already read the plot.
That one came out at a time where we didn't have streaming services, really. We had YouTube and I think Hulu, and that was it.
Yeah, I never even watched Endgame in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
We're so poor. Number 7, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at $2 million, bringing in a total of $185 million.
This has got to start streaming soon, right? Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna watch it. It'll be great. We should make onion rings and chili dogs. Oh my god. This is what we're doing. I've already decided.
Is this because he collects rings and
Yes.
eats chili dogs?
Yes, 1000%.
Remember when I had that dumb idea and I was like, why don't shoe companies team up with Sonic?
And then I told you that they already did.
Yeah, and then I just looked at pictures of them for like an hour.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there like daydreaming, like Sonic the Hedgehog's cool. I wonder if we'll ever do another version of Jeffrey St. John.
I was looking at the shoes and I was like, I don't know if I can rock these.
They're very red.
Oh yeah.
If they did Shadow's shoes, I think that'd be a bit more palatable, because it's black with
He doesn't
red.
need shoes, he's a robot.
No. No, he's not a robot. He's a clone.
You told me so.
Bless you. Bless you. He's not a robot. He hangs out with robots, like Omega, who's my personal favorite robot.
Oh, Omega. I totally forgot.
Mm-hmm. There's also Gamma, who's also pretty cool.
Is there an alpha and a beta?
No.
Like, what about a delta?
Nope. There might have been Delta, but I think Delta died.
Making jokes.
Shadow's shoes are also cool because technically Shadow cannot run as fast as Sonic. What he does is he has rocket shoes, and he like kind of like roller skates on them as he rockets forward.
Okay.
Shadow's cool, not as cool as Sonic.
Well, one's in Smash Bros, the other's not.
One is an assist trophy and one's a playable character.
Number 8 is The Lost City, which is weird because you can find it streaming now. Made $1 million for a total of $101 million.
I was gonna say already, but it's been in for 10 weeks.
The creepiest part here is, so we can see percentages of what their revenue is and the difference between the week.
Mm-hmm.
And as we're going through all of them, except for Bob's Burgers and Maverick,
Yeah, because they just came out.
because they have 1 week, right? You see negative numbers,
Yes.
right? So Doctor Strange has fallen 50%.
There's always gonna
From
be
last week.
Yeah, there's always gonna be a decline as the weeks go by.
Downton Abbey has fallen 64%, but is showing in 10 more theaters than it was last week.
Yeah,
That's a weird move. It's probably because of Memorial Day weekend.
probably.
The
True.
Bad Guys has fallen 29%, right? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, 19.9%. Sonic, 40.5%.
Yeah, everyone who wanted Sonic has seen it. There's no point in keeping it in
But
there.
you look at Lost City, it's gone up 17.4% from last week.
See, the thing is, because it's a
But
weird.
it's been in theaters for 10 fucking weeks.
It's a weird comedy though. Like that's like, oh, you want to go on a date? Sure. And then they go like, what do you want to see? And if you're not interested in Maverick or Sonic or Everywhere All at Once All the Time, or whatever it's called, a good old comedy is a good bet to go with.
Okay. Number 9 is Men.
I've heard bad things.
Well, apparently it's really bad because they only made 1 million. They're down 62.8%.
Damn.
And they've only made 5.9 million
I've
in
seen
the 2 weeks it's been out.
I've seen several reviews, and yeah, a lot of it is just like it's not very good. So I'll wait for an extensive review to come out from one of my favorite reviewers. I don't know which one. Whoever comes out first.
Joe Blow?
Jeremy Johns.
Angry Joe?
Sure, if he comes out with something.
Cinema Sins?
No, I hate CinemaSins. Oh my god.
Okay, number 10 is F3, Fun and Frustration. This is a Bollywood film. I had to look this one up.
This is making 10 on our list?
Yeah, it made $1 million. It's its first week.
This pushed fucking Fantastic Weight of Everything off the top 10? This Bollywood film?
I'm glad you noticed that. I was going to bring that up. That actually number 11 is Fantastic Beasts, but I don't care.
It's Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, number 11 is Fantastic Beasts.
What? Oh.
It's supposed to come out soon on HBO Max. It's not doing good.
No.
People aren't liking it.
No. I don't think people like going to theaters much anymore, either.
Why? You look at it, what's going on in America. Why would you ever want to leave your house?
Yeah, exactly.
You got it.
Especially when, like, you wait enough and it'll get on a streaming service, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched Batman. I just waited patiently for a few weeks, and then bam, I have it every time I want it.
True.
It's on my phone. I downloaded it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can watch it if I needed to.
And honestly, streaming sense, like, Encanto did good. And then it hit streaming, and then it did way amazing once it hit streaming.
Well, when Encanto came, we were still in that funky era of, do we go out?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, but with streaming is so convenient.
It is.
You know, people spend a lot of money to make their, like, TV setups really good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, honestly, going to a theater, it's not as good sometimes. Because there's people there, you have to pay a butt ton for food, you can't pause, no subtitles.
Yeah. It's just convenience at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And safety.
Yeah.
So that's box office trolls right there. That's interesting. I just did not expect Maverick to just be a Maverick.
No, I expected it to fail. I expected it to be...
You thought it would flop?
I thought it was going to be a huge flop.
Well, apparently, before you watch the movie, you get to watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning trailer.
Oh, really?
Which, he's lining it up.
Can't get enough of your Tom fix?
So that's pretty cool of him. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do that. Nothing's coming out except for Crimes of the Future, which is a weird sci-fi. It's about humans interchanging their body parts.
Okay.
It stars Viggo Mortensen.
What?
He's really old, but he's in there.
What? None of these words made sense together.
It was shown at the Cannes Festival. People freaked out over it. They're like, nah, this is the good one.
Oh, is this like some like indie thing? Like, what was the last one we did? Green Book? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was another independent film.
Something like this.
He's worked with this director before. I can't remember the director's name, but A History of Violence
Oh, okay.
and Eastern Promises.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Both movies. Yeah. Well, I mean, you should be able to tell A History of Violence is violent.
By those titles alone, that should give you an idea on what kind of vibe we're going for.
What's your favorite Viggo movie? Can't be Lord of the Rings.
It can't be Lord of the Rings?
That's such a given.
That's not fair.
What's your favorite Orlando Bloom movie? I really like Pirates, but Troy was pretty decent.
Yeah, it's Pirates 1. It's my favorite Orlando movie. I think he did a really good job in the first Pirates film.
Okay.
Also, it's Return of the King, but specifically the not extended version for Viggo. There's my answer. Theatrical cut.
I am actually fucking furious that you just said that.
We have argued about this so many times.
I already know why you hate the...
We rewatch these films twice every year, at least. And every single time this gets brought up.
Do you want to tell him?
Yes.
This insanity, this stupidity?
Yes, I will explain it. I love the extended cut of every version of these movies, all three of them, except for one part in Return of the King.
So it ruins the whole movie.
It doesn't ruin the whole movie, but I think
the 4-hour movie is now tarnished for one fucking scene.
I think it incredibly undermines the entirety of Aragorn's character arc.
Oh my god.
He goes through and he even has the thing where he has to talk with Elrond, get rid of abandon the ranger, choose the king. And this is the thing he's been running from his entire life, to not be the king. He won't take responsibility. He won't accept the mantle. And in the theatrical cut, Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas go into the crevice.
Why did you say it like that?
What, Legolas?
Legolas.
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 Legolas! What do your allies say?
A red dawn. Blood has been spilled this night.
Well, they go into the crev to, like, get the ghost dudes. And the ghost dudes are like, we're gonna fuck with you. We're tricky tricksters. You're pieces of shit. Bleh. And then they flip him off. And what in the theatrical cut, Aragorn pulls his sword, and it hits them. So they realize this is the sword of the king. This is royalty, the people they are fealty to. And in the theatrical cut, this is the moment he decides he will take control. This is his kingdom. He will take the blame for the mistakes of his ancestors past, and this is his moment where he does finally abandon the ranger and become the king, and it ends with that "what say you" line. And then you hard cut, and the next thing we see them, he has his army because he is their king. But in the director's cut, they extended where the ghosts are like, you're stupid and smell bad, and then they flip him off as they disappear, and he's like going, no, wait, come back, and then goofy 1,000,000 billion skulls falls out of a wall, and they're all like swimming through a sea of plastic skulls, like, golly gee, this is spooky. And then they're like, well, dang, we dipped this up. What are we supposed to do? And then a ghost shows up and he's like, yeah, we're just kidding. JK lol, I guess we'll follow you if you want, but bleh, you're lame. And this completely undermines the entire point of Aragorn. He can't get to the point where he's saying his speech in front of those doors on his horse without that moment of him accepting himself as king. I'll get off my soapbox.
I can't even argue with that stupid shit. It's so fucking dumb.
I know we're at odds. We will never agree.
You don't just go, oh yeah, I'm gonna be king.
You also just... What?
Yeah, you have to take the long journey to figure out that that's who you are.
And that was a pivotal
That's
step.
his story.
That was the pivotal step of coming there. The conclusion was him on his horse at the end when he gives that big speech. But this was his turning point with the ghosts. Otherwise, it just the fact that the ghost...
What speech on a horse?
At the end of the third one.
Oh, and then the Black Gates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his big moment.
Yeah.
And then he gets married and he is king. That's the conclusion.
No, that fight, right there, when he chops off the mouth of Sauron, when he beheads him, right?
Yeah.
And it's because he's speaking ill of not only Aragorn, but he's saying that there's no hope, Frodo is dead.
Yeah.
Right? You'll never win.
Beheading him, that wasn't anything. That was just an
No.
angry man.
He takes his head, and then he turns around and he sees the Gondorians, his people, and he sees the Fellowship and what remains of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, for Frodo, and then goes running in.
Yeah. That was
and then we see Merry and Pippin just fucking outsprint everyone.
Yeah. But that's the climax of his character.
But that was when he decided, when he's looking back at them.
Yes.
That's when he goes, I'm going to be the leader. I'm going to lead them.
I'm agreeing with you.
Most likely going to die in this fight.
That's the climax of the character arc. But him commanding the ghosts was the rising action that was necessary to get him there.
That was him just tormenting them and saying, if you want to be the traitors that you were that condemned you to being ghosts stuck in this mountain.
No, he wasn't tormenting them. He was taking responsibility for the actions of his past ancestors who put them there.
No, they put them there because they're traitors.
Yeah, but they need to serve the king, and he's the king.
Yeah, and he's saying, join me and help me win this impossible fight.
He's trying to become
Let's
the
Phantom
king.
Menace this thing.
He can't be the king if he's a ranger. He has to accept being king first in that moment. And having them undermine that decision from him just ruins the whole point of his character arc. We'll never agree. We could go on this for literally hours.
Okay, there's no new video games.
Nothing new is happening.
This is the end of part 1. We will get back to you guys tomorrow with part 2. I'm just kidding. We're not doing the part 2. That sucked.
I enjoyed it. It was fun to experiment.
It was fun. Some of you gave some feedback.
We were also...
Well, I was asking for it.
We were also very exhausted. I don't think we could have continued with the second half of that.
When you take those 2 parts and you put them together, it's like a 2.5 hour podcast.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think it pushes 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which it was already, like, it was 10 o'clock at night when we were wrapping up the first part. And, yeah. So.
See, this podcast is only 1 hour, 15 minutes-ish, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I cut something out.
Yes.
And that was Obi-Wan. If I wanted to talk about Obi-Wan, I guess